All right, welcome back, COSA 25 folks. Professor Almeida here. Happy Thursday, everyone. And as you can see here at the home office, the lights are back on, and I'm thankful for that. And I'm also thankful for all of you who have turned in your projects from the first 2 weeks. It's very important that you're not only working on the training sims, but you're also being hands-on with Microsoft Access. And so at this point, the roster for the class is finalized, and I will be shepherding you all through the remaining weeks of our journey together. So again, thank you for turning in your projects, and let's make sure that we are staying on top of things. Okay, we don't want to lose the momentum right now. So with that said, let's take a look at what's on tap for week 4 and chapter 3, where we talk about queries. But before we get into Canvas, there is something that I do want to revisit here, and that has to do with Microsoft 365. Let me get my Windows 11 virtual machine here. So you do need to have a Windows PC in the course, or if you have the know-how, you can see that I have Windows 11 running in a virtual machine here. But you do need to have Microsoft Access, and Access is only available for Windows. Now, if you want to install Microsoft 365 and use it for free as a student, you can see here that I'm logged into office.com with my LBCC Microsoft account. It's your student ID number at lbcc.edu as if it were an email address. And details about this are in the syllabus. I want to draw your attention to the right here with this install and more button. Now, since I published the instructions in the syllabus, Microsoft made a few changes, and all you have to do is just select install Microsoft 365 apps. There's no more other install options, and it will take you to the same page where you can just click on install Office, and then from there follow the instructions to complete the installation. So I just want to make sure we're clear on that. If you cannot install Access, or if you don't have a Windows PC, you should arrange to use another system or go visit the COS Computer Labs in person. Speaking of the COS Computer Labs, I will be there tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. in M229 if you need to see me or seek assistance. And I'll also be in the live chat today until noon Pacific time. All right, with that said, let's take a look at Canvas here. And just to remind you, if you haven't started on chapter 2, don't fall behind. Okay, make sure that you wrap up chapter 2, because you need to understand how tables work in Access. Whether you're using Datasheet or Design View, you need to understand how tables work, because now we're going to be asking questions about our data, right? You've learned how to create tables. You've created different fields, you've learned how to set field properties, you've entered some records, and now we're ready to ask the questions, and that's where chapter 3 comes in. It's all about queries, and as you can see, it's pretty much the same formula. You have your training sim or sim book, you have guided project 3-2. This is going to be the last walkthrough video here. Hopefully by now you know how all of this works. And then you have Independent Project 3-5. Lastly, there's an optional feedback forum. You can leave comments about the SimNet materials, and usually I'll share your comments with the publisher. Chapters 2 and 3 are due on Sunday, March 31st, going into the spring break. So let's make sure that we're keeping up with the class. We're not leaving points on the table, especially with the training sims. They have to be turned in on time, and they're the easiest points to get in the class, right? It's graded on completion. All you have to do is fill that progress meter all the way to 100%. And I'm sure you don't want to be spending your spring break, trying to catch up on late work. So with that said, enjoy your weekend. Have a good spring break, and I will see you around. Take care.